Hello, we made it to yet another episode without being cancelled. Yay!
This episode we will go back in time and visit some royal funerals.
Let's get started.
Did you know that your body can explode after you die? You see, when you die, your body begins to decompose, and during this process, it starts producing gas. And if your coffin opened, it will explode.
I wasn't aware that was something a person could do.
Oh, that isn't true. Okay, yeah, that is true.
The king who exploded at his own funeral. Have you ever heard of someone who died twice? Well, that's exactly what happened to King Henry I of England in 1131. His bizarre death came after he ate a plate full of rotten eels. But the worst was yet to come. At the time, there was no proper embalming process, and the king's body was poorly prepared. The result? During his funeral, something horrifying happened. His body swelled so much that it suddenly exploded in the middle of the ceremony. The stench? Unbearable. Guests ran out in panic, trying to escape the overpowering smell of decay that filled the church. The already dead king became the main attraction of one of the most grotesque scenes in medieval history. And the most shocking part? This wasn't the only case of a corpse exploding in history. The lack of proper preservation techniques made this a more common occurrence than you'd imagine. But Henry I's case was definitely one of the most scandalous.
Yuck, yucky, yuck. Feel free to pause this video and get yourself a nice cup of tea for this next part.
Yes, a nice cup of tea for me.
Why was the Queen buried in two coffins? And why did someone break a stick over her casket? When Queen Elizabeth died, her personal doctor didn't just make a public announcement. He used a secret code, London Bridge is down. It was the phrase that told the world the Queen was gone. Her body was placed in a special coffin made from English oak, then sealed inside another, lined with lead, not for decoration, but to preserve her body for up to 100 years. She wasn't buried with treasures, just her wedding ring and a pair of pearl earrings. But then came a royal ritual most people never saw. Before the burial, a man called the Lord Chamberlain stepped forward and broke his wand in half over her coffin. It was a silent symbol. Her reign was truly over. Her coffin was lowered into the royal vault beneath St. George's Chapel, but that wasn't the end. Later that night, the royal family returned in private. They quietly moved her coffin to a hidden chamber where she was laid to rest beside her parents and her husband, Prince Philip.
Yes, that's what we want to see, smiling from ear to ear. She absolutely loves it and she deserves it so much. For now, we came, we cleaned, and we fixed it.
Despite its seemingly lightweight appearance, the coffin containing Queen Elizabeth was extremely heavy, requiring 8 people to carry it. The reason for its substantial weight was its lead lining. The Queen's coffin, which was constructed at least 32 years ago, is shrouded in mystery with many details remaining unknown. The choice of lead lining, however, has a simple scientific explanation. This material ensures that Queen Elizabeth's body will be preserved for a much longer period once it is lowered into the St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, located west of London. The lead-lined coffin, with its airtight properties, prevents moisture from entering, thereby preserving the Queen's body for an extended duration. It is estimated that the royal family has been practicing this tradition for at least 400 years. Historical records indicate that Elizabeth I, who died in 1603, was also lowered into the chapel in a lead-lined coffin. Senior members of the royal family are not buried in the ground. Instead, they are placed in the chapel's crypt, and as seen, a stone tomb is erected over them. This burial method resembles the traditions of the pharaohs. Queen Elizabeth's sister, Princess Margaret, who passed away years ago, had expressed a wish to be cremated. Even though Princess Margaret was cremated, her ashes are still preserved alongside her father's coffin.
Yes! That's awesome! Yes! Perfect. Another good job well done.
Time for one more explosive royal story.
Poor, badly preserved Henry VIII.
Did you know King Henry VIII's corpse literally exploded inside his coffin? In February 1547, the massive 400-pound king lay in state at Windsor Castle in a sealed lead coffin. Suddenly, witnesses heard a loud bang echoing through the chapel. Foul-smelling liquid began seeping from the casket onto the stone floor. Years of overeating and infected leg wounds had caused his bloated body to build up putrefaction gases. The pressure exceeded what even the heavy lead coffin could contain. But here's the most disturbing part. Palace dogs were discovered licking the leaked fluids from beneath the coffin. This fulfilled an old prophecy that dogs would lick the king's blood as punishment for executing Thomas More. The irony was incredible. A man who controlled 6 wives' fates and broke from Rome to command his own destiny couldn't control his own decomposition. Catholics saw this grotesque explosion as divine judgment against the king who destroyed English monasteries and created the Anglican Church. Even in death, Henry VIII caused a scandal.
Rest I need. Yes, rest. Boom, boom, shakataka. Boom, boom, shakataka.
I never said thank you.